So I've been looking around on Reddit and I see that there's a lot of excitement when it comes to AEW launching, I guess, in the US. And as much as I'm excited for AEW to launch, I can't help but notice that a lot of fans, for some weird reason, keep thinking that AEW is going to take over WWE. And I see, these are usually the fans who think WWE's, um, I guess, product is it's a bunch of crap, and that WWE limits wrestlers and all that. Now, although that in some aspect can be true, yes, WWE does limit their wrestlers, um, and WWE's content or product is not always the best at all times. I still find it funny that people think AEW is going to be the answer to that. And I think this usually comes from the younger fans or the indie fans who love indie wrestling and would stick by it because, to be honest, it is the better product in terms of wrestling. However, I think those fans also forget that a huge part of wrestling is entertainment. And WWE is a global entertainment company. Now, I'm going to repeat that again. WWE is a global entertainment company. Now, what does that mean? That means that WWE is able to produce content that goes beyond just wrestling. It is able to produce pure entertainment. They're able to put butts in seats. They're able to produce content week after week, month after month, year after year. So the idea that some company will just come out of nowhere and just totally defeat them in the ratings, to me, is nothing but pure laughable. Now, I am excited for AEW to launch. I am really, really excited because I really want um, there to be another choice for wrestlers to be able to build their careers. I feel WWE is one big choice, but I also want wrestlers to be able to have opportunities to be able to showcase their talent. I'm super excited for that. However, I still believe that AEW still has to prove themselves. Um, a lot of people think it's that easy to be able to put up shows week after week. Believe me, man, that shit is not easy. It is not easy at all. It's not easy for writers to be able to write shows week after week. And a lot of people forget that WWE is not like your regular TV shows whereby they have times when the season is over, they get a little break. Nah, none of that. WWE writers have to keep writing year after year, night after night. I mean, week after week. It's not easy to be able to put up a show on a major TV network every week. It is not easy. That's something AEW has yet to be able to do yet. So let's all calm down and wait till AEW debuts. And have we forgotten that there was once a time there was a company called WCW, which everybody thought was gonna take over. And WCW had money, okay? They had money and they had stars. But running a wrestling company is not that easy because you now have to not only manage these stars, manage their egos, and mind you, a lot of these wrestlers, these guys are like a bunch of, God forgive me, and I mean this in no disrespect, but a lot of these guys are like high school dropouts. Some of them didn't go past high school, so you're dealing with a bunch of dudes who don't who just know how to fight. That's all they know. And about eat, sleep, shit, and fight. So these are the kind of people you're dealing with. So you have to manage these guys, and at the same time, you have to, work on creating a show every week for live TV. As soon as the cameras turn on, these guys need to be able to remember their lines. These guys, you got to be able to produce a live TV show every week. There are no breaks. There's no, season is over, we'll come back next 2 months. Nah, none of that. So when fans come and they say stuff like, WWE is going to be over for WWE when AWE steals their stars, I say, first of all, AEW does not have that kind of money. Okay, it takes a lot of money to be able to steal major stars. Now they might have some investors that are willing to open their checkbooks, but you don't have that kind of money. You don't have the millions of dollars to be able to just poach these stars. You don't have the fans yet. You're not able to put in 20,000 butts in seats every week. Not able to have a big major show that has 70,000 people in one stadium. That takes years of building a base and building a brand to be able to do that. So that's not going to happen overnight. And let's not forget, the second part is you have to be able to put on a show every week. You have to be able to write good content now some weeks might be bad, but some weeks have to be great because you're dealing with live TV. And once the cameras go on, it's all on you, And I feel right now AEW has not really even started with that, And then the third part is you got to run a company. You got to run a wrestling company. There's the whole part of the wrestlers having to travel. You got to manage them. You got to manage their gigs. You got to manage what they say or do on social media, which is one of the biggest things nowadays because these wrestlers go on social media and just ramble off. So these are things you have to manage. And, it takes years to be able to create a very great system. And not even to mention also the drug testing part of it. It takes years to be able to do all this. And so far, the guys in AEW so far that I'm reading about are not guys who've done any of this. They've not ran promotions yet. They've not had to manage superstars. Just little things like that. So am I happy that AEW is starting a nice promotion in which wrestlers can be able to prove themselves? Yes, I am 1,000% in support of the fact that wrestlers are going to have another opportunity to prove themselves to the American audience and worldwide. I am excited about that. However, do I think that they're going to just take all WWE stars and all of a sudden become the biggest wrestling entity in the globe? No. Okay? And I'm pretty sure WWE is not sitting there thinking to themselves, oh God, it's going to be over when they debut. Holy shit. No, they're not thinking that. And we've seen this, we've heard this from other, executive members of the WWE, leadership who have basically said, look, we are an entertainment company. That is a wrestling company. Yes, we do wrestling, but we are all around entertainment. And we have more lucrative businesses than they do. They still have to figure out how to build their stars. We have legit systems in place to build our stars. So I don't think AEW will take over WWE anytime soon. Unless we forget, TNA also tried that. Remember when TNA used to be so hot? Remember that? Remember when they had every major star? Remember when they had AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Christopher Daniels, Frankie Kazarian, Kurt Angle, Sting. They had Hulk Hogan, Jeff Hardy, Mr. Anderson. the Team 3D or the Dudley Boys, whatever you want to call them. They had them all in one show. Remember when they had Christian? I mean, they had Booker T, freaking Kevin. They had everybody. They had anybody and everybody that they could use to take over, to beat WWE in the ratings. I remember when they decided they want to recreate the Monday Night Wars. Look at how that worked out. It's not so easy. It's easy to see and easy to think you can produce the same high level quality show week after week. But believe me, it is not easy, and it will not happen anytime soon. So, to the fans who think AEW is gonna be great, hey, I agree with you. However, chill with the whole takeover talk. Okay, it's gonna take some time. Okay, let them debut first, and then we can start making comparisons. Okay, because I know that's gonna start soon. People are gonna be like, AEW is a better brand than Raw or SmackDown. Nah, let them debut first. All right. Thank you for listening, guys. That's all.